Yeah. Had to shorten that intro up for him a little bit, man. But welcome black, man. On the day before, right here with GRAND Day Baltimore, man, on Zone 16 Network. I'm Joseph Garner, along with Damon Williams over there. I should call him. What is it? Ochenta. He Ochenta over there. No, he Diaci Ocho. He not Ocho Cinco. He Diaci Ocho.
I'm experimenting over here.
Yeah, Diaci Ocho in the building, man.
See how long I can sit with sunglasses on.
With sunglasses
inside,
on. Yeah,
and I feel like a complete jackass.
But y'all know the time, man. We are here to bring the people, man, all the inspiration that we possibly can, and keep you informed at the same time, man. That's what we do here on GRAND Day Baltimore and Zone 16 Network, man. It is episode 94, Damon. 94.
It was a good year. That was a good year.
Yeah. I heard before the show, Woodlawn class of 94 high school reunion, Damon. Coming up in 2 weeks.
Get your JV jackets out.
It's gonna be a lot of guys coming through. They I know a lot of guys with the old school cars, man, that went to Woodlawn, so they gonna have the Cresseters with the BBs and all of that. Shout out to my guy.
I learned to drive in the Cresset.
To Rel Alexander out there, DJ Rel Ruger, a lot of Woodlawn.
He's not
guys.
94 though. He's not.
94. No, he not. But he part of that BBS club.
Man, those
the BBs guys.
They driving up the prices on all the old
school cars.
But those cars are beautiful, man.
BBS boys out here.
It's just like the only thing when you get in those old cars, you remember you an old ass car. That's the only thing about it. You know what I'm saying?
That one, I'll give you that.
And like those Japanese ones, because Japanese cars were always kind of sort of, I guess, futuristic looking compared to other cars.
Yeah.
So they really look old, more sort of like if you're in like a classic Cadillac, old school Caddy, they always had the wood and all that stuff. Had more of that luxury feel. So it doesn't seem as old when you get in one. You understand what I'm saying? Like getting in a new DeVille or a new Escalade ain't a lot different than a 1980s Cadillac. But you get inside of a late 80s Toyota Cressida or Maxima, and then you get in a new Lexus or a new, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or a new Acura. It's like, oh my God, this the Stone Age is here. That's the only thing about the old school Japanese cars.
We got our guy in the building, man. Big shout out to Ray Askins in the chat, man. He said so. You telling him he needs to rent a 300ZX for the reunion?
Absolutely.
So he can go through there, push through there. Go ahead, or the GS. Woo! The bubble GS 300.
It wasn't out yet. It wasn't out. I don't think it was out.
That wasn't the year it dropped, 94?
No, I don't think they had dropped yet. They had the really, really big ones, the LS.
Yeah.
And it was and the ES. The ES was out.
How about the Q45 there? That's a classic one. That's the classic right there. The Infinity, the Q.
I think that was. And
that Biggie was talking about lyrical Q45. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And they had the two-door Infinity. It was like an M30 or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, my other guy. Hey, big shout out to Damon Brown out there, man. Remember Damon Brown had that?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, when we was in college.
I know a couple of guys had those.
He's pushing the two-door Infinity out there, man.
They were nice cars, man.
Absolutely. And you know what else?
Luxury was luxury.
You know what else it is out there, Damon? It's actually a nice day outside, man.
That's why I got my shades on.
Yeah. 80s in September is love, fam. You see it right now. We are coming in on this Thursday, September the 12th. It is 1:25. We are almost to the bottom of the hour here. And it's 81 degrees out there, man. 81 degrees, not a cloud in the sky.
Nope.
You know, you could wear shorts. You could have on a T-shirt and some sweats or something. It's one of them days, man. It's one of those days.
White guys jogging with the shirts off.
Oh.
Hey, man.
They got 1 week. Next week. It's the last week of summer. Man, wait, let me find it. To all the fall people out there, we know we got a bunch of them, man. A bunch of Libras, a bunch of Scorpios in our midst. Yeah, it's their time of year. Man. Well, we got it's not quite breaking news, but if you guys were in live in Zone 16 and happen to see it, check this one out, man. Check this one out. Mute the mics real quick and play this thing. Pop that up. What you just saw there in that brief little 10-second clip, man, and we're gonna pop it up, man, to all the faithful out here in Zone 16, man. Someone lit the press box at Douglas High School on fire yesterday. So I was taking my evening walk, Damon. Walking down, walking around the neighborhood. I like to get my 10,000 steps in. Mm-hmm. As I got down to the end of the block, from what we just saw, we saw the smoke rising up in the air, and then I walked over to our favorite guy over there, Gara Variety, grabbed me a college soda on my walk, and people were in there talking that apparently somebody set, like I said, the press box at the football field on fire. What? And I don't know, who knows. And the crazy thing is the school's actually being remodeled right now. So my thing is, well, I mean, whoever did this, you're just like a bonehead, bro. Because they more than likely they were probably going to remodel the press box. I mean, but man, Zone 16, we got to do better, fam. Got to do better.
And right. You just would think, man, a historic school like that.
Yeah, but wasn't that the first high school that our community could attend?
Yeah,
right.
First high school.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why. I don't know if it's the first in the nation. It's like in the top 5.
Definitely in Baltimore.
Yeah, in
Baltimore.
I know that.
Yeah, definitely in Baltimore.
It's like the top 5 in the nation. Like number 3. I guess because I want to say, the Dunbar in DC, they may have been old or something like that.
This goes.
It's old as hell.
This goes into the conversation that we were just having prior to the show, while we were getting set up and getting our talking points together and everything. It just, I mean, you would think that probably kids probably did this, so it's like, man, we were talking about just.
Can we say losers did it?
Yeah.
Can we settle on that though?
Yeah, and
that a loser did this.
And we would just point out that the lack of respect for the older generation.
Yeah.
And things that have transpired with our community and culture in the past. A little crazy, man.
Yes, it is.
A little crazy. Well, Damon and I are going to start the show off with us showing respect.
Is that my phone?
No, that's actually the big shout out to Aja gone out there.
Oh man,
Aja, I'm on the air. Give me a second. I'll give you the HBO Max password in a second. You know what I mean? You can't be bugging Dad right now while he's on the air. All right, so here we go, Damon. We'll start it off with terrible, tragic news. But this is our way of showing respect for one of our elders, bro. Yesterday. Oh, man. It makes me a little teary-eyed a little bit, Damon, before we sit here and discuss this. But soul and funk legend Frankie Beverly, lead singer and founder of the iconic band Maze, passed away at the age of 77. Known for his smooth baritone voice and captivating stage presence, Beverly formed the group originally called Raw Soul in Philadelphia in 1970 before relocating to San Francisco. Marvin Gaye, did you know this name, and mentored the group?
I did know that.
Yeah, and suggested their name change become Frankie Beverly and Maze. So Marvin Gaye was like, man, put yourself out there in the forefront, good brother. All right. The band became known for its hits like Before I Let Go, Joy and Pain, my personal favorite, Happy Feelings. All right. All of these songs became staples in the black community, man. Their sound and soulful style became the soundtrack to many a cookout, family reunions. I want to say he's
Weddings,
like weddings, you know. He's the official electric slide guy at this point. Official electric slide guy at this point.
Even if it's not a line dance song, they just line dance.
They start as soon as Frankie Beverly come on, you already know. But you know what I mean? The black women gonna get up and they gonna start doing the electric slide out there, man. Now, in May, Beverly was honored in his hometown of East Germantown, which is located in Philly, right? They dedicated a street to him. They call it Frankie Beverly Way. Man. His final performance took place earlier this summer at the Dell Music Center in North Philadelphia. He's one of Philly's finest, man. And that day, he had Jayla Hurts on the stage with him, Damon. He was presented with some flowers and everything on stage. So there's a lot of people out there. You know, he spans multiple generations because Jayla Hurts is way younger than he's young enough to be our son, Damon. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he was on stage with Frankie Beverly, showing his respect. How about this crazy stat? Despite never winning a Grammy, Damon, how could Frankie Beverly and Maze
give an F about a goddamn Grammy?
I agree with you, but how in the world? I mean, they have legendaries. Joy and Pain is legendary. It's a legendary song.
To black people.
Yeah.
To black people. And I like it. That makes me love them that much
even more.
They're ours.
Yeah.
They are ours. Like, you know, and I thought about. Were you finished?
No, go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought about it, and I was like, you know, black bands that, you know, I was trying to think of other black bands from the 70s, early 80s, that we can say are truly ours. Like, whereas they never crossed over in any way.
Yeah, there was no crossover with Frankie Beverly.
You know what I'm saying? You remember that pimp outfit you wore for Halloween?
For Halloween.
Like you'll go to a 70s party at a white dude's house, and like he'll have on Jungle Boogie. They'll be playing No Cool in the Gang.
Yeah.
He'll be playing some Ohio Players Roller Coaster.
They said they not playing Frankie Beverly and Maze.
They ain't playing no Frankie Beverly and Maze. They ain't never heard of Happy Feelings.
Raw soul.
They don't know nothing about nothing with no Frankie Beverly and Maze. And you go to a black cookout, and it can be from 8 to 80, and you put on Before I Let You Go, everybody is grooving to it. It's ours. You know what I'm saying?
The long note, everyone chimes in when that long note comes on, man. And everyone holds the note at the cookout. Before I let you go.
Man, you could be playing charades, and you could draw a white cap, and everybody be like, that's Frankie Beverly.
He kept the baseball hat on, man. That was his thing.
As we call the dope man hat.
The dad caps from.
We call the dope man hat.
Yeah,
come on now.
That's his style, man. That is his style out there, man. But I found myself, man, at this point, Damon, I can't get the tunes out of my head. I've been humming Frankie Beverly and Maze songs all day long. Just, you know, sitting down and I'm just in here humming, you know, Before I Let Go, humming Joy and Pain, humming Happy Feelings. Just like, what? Man.
I remember one person that we both know who didn't like Maze.
Who? What?
Yeah, he didn't like, and he seems like the kind of guy that would love Maze. Like it's like he's tailor-made for being a Maze guy. But, you know, you can see him in some linen at a happy hour eating some clam strips. but he doesn't lay them. I never get when he said it that day. I'm like, really? Really? Nope, doesn't like him.
He never had a good time at.
He was an anchor. He was an anchor, a news anchor that we both knew well.
No way!
No, he didn't like Maze. You don't forget something like that about a guy. A guy like that.
Damon firing shots out here.
I'm not firing.
Because I'm going to call him out.
No, I'm just saying. I remember him saying he didn't like Maze. I'm like,
what?
Really? He's like, nah, I don't like Maze. Like, okay, all right.
What?
Yep.
You know, I actually thought about reaching out to him and
Good guy, man.
seeing about partnering up and doing some things with him, man. You know what I mean? We haven't talked to him in a while.
Even though he doesn't like Maze. Maybe he's changed his mind. I don't know.
That is insane.
I got a buddy that doesn't like Stevie Wonder.
That is insane. These guys are drunk.
But I'm glad I said Stevie Wonder's name because I mean, look, you know how we are. We lost rappers, you know, legends. You gotta realize the older we get, man, we losing these. It's like losing family members almost. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't believe in superstition, and I don't even want to bring it up, but you know, they say it comes in threes, and we just had two iconic elders transition. Iconic. Man.
You know, but you figure, man. I mean, I'm not wishing death on nobody.
No, don't even bring it up.
Yeah, but you think about these the older black celebrities that we have. And they throw that word icon around. They throw that shit around.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie Beverly was actually an icon.
Iconic.
James Gerald Jones, icon. You know, regardless of how people feel about it, Bill Cosby, icon. These are older people that saw a lot. Bill Cosby, Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, Dinah Ross.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Patti LaBelle. Like
Patty. Patty's from Philly. Patti LaBelle's from Philly.
They have an abundance of riches that I'm actually a little jealous of. They had Frankie Beverly. They had Grover Washington. They had Teddy Pendergrass, for Christ's sakes.
Teddy P.
And they try to steal Billie Holiday from us, but they cannot have her. She is ours, Philadelphia.
She belongs to Baltimore.
And so is Cab Calloway, for that matter, who went to Douglas High School.
Went to Douglas, right down the street.
So there, Philly. There.
Take that.
There we go, Cisco.
Take that, man. I don't
They're
even
going
want
to beat you this year in football.
I don't even want to think about. I don't even want to think about it coming in threes, man. I don't even want to think about it. Yeah, I don't even want to think about it. But man, all right. So there you go, fam. We starting it off, getting the day started.
So Happy Feelings your favorite? That's your favorite Maze song?
Yeah.
Mine is Lady of Magic.
Happy Feelings is the one, man.
That's the one. We Are One is the joint too, though.
I like that.
We Are One. Now that shuts people. Everybody loves Before I Let You Go, but We Are One. That's like the crescendo for me.
How about look? And we talk about little lesser known ones, man. When we were battling in the group chat today. I like I Need You. That's my joint, man.
That's like an obscure one. Yeah,
I like it.
That's a good song, man.
That's one of them ones, man. I go to the Apple Music, you know. I go ahead and shoot that to the lady real quick, drop that in the DMs, and oh baby, thank you. When you hear the lyrics, man, you already know they was on. Frankie Beverly was on one. He was on one.
They have Song for My Mother, which is a good one.
Yep.
Since you brought up Marvin Gaye,
yep.
Silky Soul singer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they so black. It's black.
Good stuff, man. Hey, we want you to
black
rest.
Air Force Ones.
We want you to rest in power out there, brother Frankie Beverly. Rest in power. You know, Frankie wasn't even his real name. He was Howard, born Howard. I wonder where the Frankie came from.
Because it sounds cooler.
This sounds cooler than Howard Beverly. Frankie Beverly? Hey, I think I'm going to go with Frankie Beverly. Yeah, man. All right, look, we're going to holler at a couple of these.
I wonder if Marvin Gaye gave him that name. Interesting.
Who knows?
Because that was his brother's name. So maybe I'm going to call you
my brother's name. We actually, we do that.
Dude did it to me.
They're like four people that we don't know their name because we just random we're going to call this guy Stanley. And then we just call him.
Real name, but I just call him David.
We call people by just give him these. We don't know his name. We're gonna get his guy name.
I'm gonna name him after me. I called that dude David for like 20 years.
That's crazy, man. It is absolutely crazy. But we'll be back in a flash, man. We're gonna continue talking about the craziness from Tuesday night, man. We want to hear your opinion on the debate recap when we come back. I wish I had that sound like it was a boxing match or something out there, Dub. But debate recap, man. How you feel? Your thoughts? Who won? Did anyone win? Did the American people win in this one?
We won.
The American people won.
Oh, we absolutely won. It was great. It was great television.
Great television. Great television, man. So how you feel? Your thoughts?
He didn't seem.
We talking Trump?
Trump.
Of course you're not talking
Trump.
Kamala right now. All right.
Trump didn't seem as unhinged, but he seemed out there. He was saying some out there stuff, real out there stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in my notes, I'm looking at my notes here, and I have Trump needs to be a little more articulate, right? He ran up against a lawyer. So, and lawyers are, they're all about preparation. You know what I mean? They spend hours and hours and hours doing research, preparing for cases, preparing for whether they're going to prosecute or defend an individual. So you could tell that she was way more prepared than Trump was in this situation with having specifics with her factual information or not so factual. Depends on who you ask out there.
You think Donald Trump has a high school diploma?
Yeah, why wouldn't he? I would think that he went to one of the most luxurious private schools. I mean, his pops was already a millionaire, right? Multi-millionaire. So didn't he go? Oh, we need to look it up, man.
Paris Hilton is a high school dropout.
Oh, damn.
She's a high school dropout.
Fire shots.
This man is.
Paris Hilton. Her parents are
dropout.
Billionaires.
Yeah.
She never finished high school. She didn't even get homeschooled.
No, she's just dumb. Just dumb.
Wow.
She's actually a dumb blonde.
So you think that maybe Trump ain't? Okay.
This man is in his mid-70s.
Yeah.
Mid-70s.
Yeah.
You already know how I feel about people who graduated from college in the 60s. I got to see your diploma to believe you actually finished.
Mm-hmm.
I already feel like that. Anyway, okay, you talking about a guy who clearly is inarticulate. I mean, you can hear him talking. I mean, you can see what he is. His daddy gave him everything. Why does he have to earn anything? If this man is as educated as he says he is, why can't he prove it? What high school did he go to? I've heard he had a professor. Just because you went to college doesn't mean you necessarily graduated high school. Could have got a GED, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
There's a lot of mystery about him. Knowing he claims he's a billionaire, but there's no real track record to show that he's actually a billionaire.
A billionaire?
No, he used to go to one of them New York newspapers. He would go to him, and he's a snitch. So he would leak information like gossip. Like the gossip section,
tabloid,
yeah, whatever, page 6, whatever it is, and he would say to him, "Look, I'll give you dirt on whoever you want. Just make sure whenever you say my name in this paper, you put it billionaire Donald Trump." We don't know if he's rich. We don't know if he's a billionaire. We don't know.
Okay.
I don't think he has a high school diploma. I don't. So to your point, I don't think he prepares. I don't think he's ever taken an academic note, any of that.
Taking any notes or anything?
I think he's a businessman. I think he knows something about running some businesses. But he hasn't been successful in some businesses. So I think it was a very educated woman mentally sparring with a guy who's just not snuff in that category. I don't think he is.
Yeah, well, Ray Askins is still in the chat. He said, I think Kamala won the folks on the fence in the Midwest by addressing a plan and not banning fracking. Yeah. Now, I would like to ask Ray Askins out there, man, do you think that this might be a situation where she'll flip-flop? Because they're showing clips of, her political stance in 2019, when she was running in 2020. It's a lot different than what it is now. You know what I mean? So is she putting forth things where,
I mean,
she might change up on this one if she ever gets into the office.
Yeah, but Trump ran as a Democrat before. So, I mean, she can do that. I mean,
it's a lot of flip-flopping,
I mean, you don't feel the way, but your mind changes 4 years. You know what I'm saying? You may not feel the same.
Feel the same?
Yeah, so, I mean,
that's true.
She's well within her rights.
That is very true. I have this in my notes, man. Got a lot of people going to be mad with me with this one, but we got a snake oil salesman, Damon, and a lawyer running for president. Think about that one. A lot of lawyers out there going to be upset with me.
I take the lawyer.
But they nowhere in this world right now do people not consider lawyers shysters.
Not all lawyers are shysters.
I'm just saying, bro.
Not all lawyers are
I'm just saying.
No, come on.
Better call Saul. You've been telling me for years to go watch, and watch the series.
He was a crook.
I mean, come on, man.
You're not calling Thurgood Marshall a shyster, man. Come on.
I hope not. But hey, I'm just saying that's the situation we're in right now.
She was a prosecutor, man. She wasn't.
Not talking about her, but we do know that there are prosecutors out here that send innocent men to jail, right?
They are.
Okay.
They are. But everybody in jail is innocent. You didn't know that?
Yeah, absolutely. I ain't do that shit neither. What the hell y'all think?
I'm just saying. I wouldn't put her in that category. I wouldn't. Like, she's not head counsel for like the Soprano family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How many more? There were 2 more. So you got 2 more of these left, I think.
I think so.
The only thing I didn't that seemed a little odd to me was it kind of seemed to, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. It was kind of like 3 against 1 in there. Don't you think?
It was.
Okay.
The moderators clearly
they didn't want to hear anything that Trump had to say. No, they didn't. They weren't. And I mean, should any of us want to really hear what this guy has to say? But I mean, he is the other option. So, you gotta give him your chance.
I mean, he was defending himself. He was trying his best to defend. I will say that, like, he wasn't doubling down on like January 6th and all that. He was alienating himself, trying to alienate himself.
And Project 2025. He's like, man, I don't have nothing to do with that. He said, leave me out of that.
I noticed that he was trying to separate himself from the people, from his base, basically.
Yeah.
The wackos that you know what I'm saying, that he has attracted. But he says wacky stuff. So
you're fired. You're fired, man. So let us know in the chat.
It was good TV.
Absolutely. Like I said, we can't wait for the other ones, man. All of the other ones are gonna be good ones too. Hopefully. Let us know in the chat, man, how you felt. Who do you think won the debate? Do you care? Does it matter to you? I was told since I am indifferent about politics, I need to be quiet about it.
Man,
I was told that I shouldn't have an opinion on it.
When he said, "Where is?"
He told her he was going to give her a MAGA hat. That made me die laughing when he said
that. Where is our president? Does he know where he is?
Oh man, crazy stuff.
But I'm asking, like, where is Joe Biden? Like,
there were, we got a lot of tinfoil koofy stuff to talk about today, man, because we're later on in the show, we're going to talk about 9/11, but, it's circulating right now. If you look at her ears, apparently Kamala had on, they're saying that she had on a new brand of pearl earrings by a company called Nova, that the earring is an earpiece. So, hey. And I also heard that they were saying that the president of ABC News is Kamala Harris, one of Kamala Harris's real good friends, and they actually introduced her to her current husband. So, all of these things are tinfoil hat, tinfoil koofy, thoughts. So who knows if it was really going down?
Politics and entertainment. Anyway, why not?
Yep. Good times, man. Good times. All right, so we're going to run to another break real quick. Let me make sure I cue up these nice, wonderful ads for you. When we come back, man, oh, geez, Damon. Guess who's in the news again?
No.
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, man.
We'll be right back, fam. Oh, geez, Louise, Damon. Look at this one, bro. Look at this one here. Back in the news again, fam. Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson has denied new allegations of sexual assault and battery following a civil lawsuit filed in Texas earlier this week. Watson's attorney, Rusty Hardin, stated that Watson strongly denies the claims and is confident he will be vindicated. The NFL is reviewing the case under its personal conduct policy, but has not placed Watson on the commissioner's exempt list as no formal charges have been filed. Now, before I continue on with that one, you see it right there. So, personal conduct, I'm gonna call it right now for all his owners out there. If he is found guilty or something that comes out of this new lawsuit, the Browns are going to find a way to weasel out of the contract for that. Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski confirmed Watson will start in Sunday's game against Jacksonville. All right, so the Jaguars facing the Browns this Sunday coming up, but declined to comment any further. Attorney Tony Busby, representing a woman who filed the lawsuit, Damon, claims he attempted to privately resolve the matter with Watson's legal team for about 10 months now. So he's actually had 10 months to keep this from coming out into the public, according to Tony Busby. The lawsuit stems from allegations that occurred in October of 2020 when Watson was still with the Houston Texans. Watson previously faced an 11-game suspension in 2020, Damon, and after multiple accusations of sexual misconduct, he ended up having to settle 23 of 24 lawsuits. My man had to pay a $5 million fine. He also had to undergo mandatory evaluation by behavioral experts and follow their suggested treatment program before being reinstated into the league. And I'll let you speak on it in a second, but if you look at the transcripts for this current lawsuit, man, I can see why this guy had to go to some behavioral experts for some things. he felt just a tad bit too entitled. And so this current lawsuit apparently shows up at the lady's house. They're gonna have dinner in the house. When she went into the bathroom to fix her makeup, when she came back out, Deshaun was laying butterball on the bed. As for a massage, she said she wasn't a masseuse, so he said, "Well, what else we gonna do then?" Now here's the thing: they were supposed to go out on a date. She didn't want to be seen in public with him, so she invited him to her house for dinner.
I don't believe that.
That's what you gotta read the transcripts. That's what she said. That's what she said.
She didn't want to be seen in public with Deshaun Watson.
So she went on home with him. Came out the bathroom. Deshaun was looking like Shannon Sharp. We gotta talk about that one next too when we get to the Ravens, man. Thoughts on this, David?
Oh man, first of all, I agree with you. This is a way of the Cleveland Browns, a stupid franchise, trying to find a way to weasel out of that.
They are gonna offload that money. Nobody's talking about the fact that he was 22 of 46 last week for 100 yards. So the Browns are done with this guy. They're done with him.
I don't know how he got so bad overnight, but
I know how he did. Damon, you say it all the time, Damon. These are your words. These are not my words. You can only be as successful as the amount of embarrassment that you can take.
That's true. I do see it.
We are looking at a shamed and embarrassed man right now.
Because he was the darling of the league prior to
Yeah, but they were saying, "Oh, he's gonna be better than Lamar. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that."
Stephen A. Smith said it all the time.
Yeah, he was Clemson this, Clemson that, national champion, blah blah blah.
Wasn't his mother a recipient of one of the Warwick Dunn houses. Remember that? He was a feel-good story.
Yeah.
They loved him.
Yeah.
They loved him.
Yeah, man.
And I don't know. I don't see how you can be a serial, well, whatever he did, and nobody knows. Like, I never
What's
buy
going
that.
on out there?
I never buy that. I never buy that you just wild freak dude and nobody knows. Nobody. You just walk around butt ass naked all the time everywhere you go.
Pulling your dick out.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. You know, look, in no way I'm trying to diminish a woman who says she was sexually assaulted, alleges that he did that.
Not at all.
But I'm saying, you know, I didn't read it, but you said where she didn't want to be seen in public with him. You know, and I know there's a song and dance with pro athletes and certain women that are attracted to pro athletes, how they end up getting to know them, how they end up even meeting them in the first place. So there is a bit of a thing. You know, it's song and dance.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks she like him because whatever's in him, I don't know. But I can see, and we do know, some of them dudes just want to cut to the chase. And they think like that. Like, we've been told by some of them that that's just how they feel. And they don't want to, you know, I guess, play the game for that long. So, you know, and some of them are wild like that. But in this day and time, that is actually sexual assault. Or what was it called? What's it called? Indecent exposure.
Yeah.
You know, so, but to act like that is so egregious, like you wouldn't, like another dude wouldn't do the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
another pro athlete, I'm gonna say pro athlete, or celebrity dude wouldn't do the exact.
Well, here's my thing. I mean, what you're saying, you know, because in the past, I'm gonna throw myself under the bus, but
don't do that. Don't do that.
Please don't sue me, the young lady that I did this to. But I've done that. Am I? What? What do I say? Like what? She was like, she went to the other room. When she came back, I was like, "What's up?" You know what I mean? What you try? What we doing tonight? Dang.
I mean, but you're saying what I'm saying though. Dang. Like this dude getting butterball naked. I mean, you're one of the most famous NFL players. He probably thinks she only wants me because of this.
Because of who he is.
Well, not probably. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. We've been on this earth a long time. When you meet celebrities, pro athletes, you don't just meet them at the local Walmart. And if you do, that's just real coincidence. Like a serious coincidence. Like I bumped into Al Bumry at the cleaners one time when I was a little kid. He was just randomly at the cleaners, but we lived in the neighborhood, black middle class neighborhood. For all I know, maybe he lived around there, or he had had his old lady around there. Yeah. You know, because Reggie Jackson's sister lived in Campfield. But I'm just saying. But he was just randomly there at the cleaners in his drop top white Mercedes. All right? But for you to see pro athletes, that doesn't happen. You remember those incidents.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in the VIP section at the club, yeah, you make me the celebrity. If you work in radio, television, yeah, you might be a celebrity. If you are in some type of media capacity, if you are a celebrity, or if you are celebrity adjacent, you meet one. So these women who are meeting him,
they know who he is.
They know who he is.
They know exactly who he is.
And he knows that. So like I said, it's a song and dance that it's the dance they all go through. You know, and you may have a guy, to your point, like, look, man, I'm not, look, this is what I'm here for. But, you know, he's not going about it the right way. Maybe he needs more decorum about it.
Man, oh man.
And I do think the Browns are trying to get out of his contract.
Weasel their way up out of it. Yeah. Well, how about this one, Dub? How about this one, man? I'm actually going to be there on Sunday, man. The home opener, 2024, man. The Baltimore Ravens will host the Las Vegas Raiders down at M&T Bank Stadium, man, for a Week 2 showdown with kickoff set for 1 p.m. that afternoon. All right, now the Ravens, listen to this, man. They boast an impressive 20-8 record in home openers and are 13-3 under Coach Jim Harbaugh, who is now in his 17th season. He's the second longest tenured NFL coach out there, man. All right, now Baltimore has made the playoffs in 11 of the past 16 seasons under Harbaugh, one of just 4 teams to do this. All right, the Ravens hold an 8-4 regular season series lead against the Raiders with a dominant 6-1 home record. So, all right, for all the parlay guys, so my lay boys out there, go ahead, drop your lays right now. You hear it right now. 8-4 against them, 6-1 at home. Drop that lay. The last time the two teams met was in 2021, with the Ravens falling 33-27 in overtime. I don't remember that game. Was Lamar hurt? He had to be hurt, but he had to be hurt, man. We don't lose to people.
I know Derek Carr beat us a couple of times.
Yeah.
I know that back-to-back years.
And they're saying expect fireworks as both teams have combined for over 50 points in 5 of their last 6 matchups. So go ahead. There's your lay for you on the Sunday, man. Go ahead, take the combine for the over on the points. You might make yourself a little money, fam. Might make yourself a little money. Ravens, Raiders. How you feel about it, Damon? Feeling good?
Always. Ravens, 5,000. Raiders, 0.
0. And we didn't lose the first game. We just ran out of time. That's all that happened, in my opinion. So I don't even know what's on our record right now. The Ravens don't have a record right now.
I have zero respect for the outcome of that game and the referees and Chris Collinsworth and everything about that game, the way they treated the Ravens last Thursday. No respect for the NFL, the way they treated that.
I didn't grab the, we like to grab the receipts and put the footage up here, but I don't know if you guys have seen Devontae Adams giving praises and thanks out there to Lamar Jackson, man, saying that Lamar is, he said that Lamar was one of the best. He actually said he's the best runner of the football he's ever seen carry the ball, in his opinion. And, he said he studied tape of Lamar Jackson so that he could become better with carrying the ball after games and everything. It felt a little good to hear Devontae say that, man. We got about 4 or 5 more weeks before the trade deadline pops up out here, man. Go ahead, bring him up. Bring him here. I'd send Bateman packing. I'd send a couple guys packing, man, and bring them on down, man. Send Bateman packing. Send them Kohler, Charlie Kohler.
Stanley.
I don't know about Stanley.
Yeah, he a big dude. Yeah.
Stanley's a bum. We hate him, but, man, keep that guy around for a little bit. Keep him around. We don't have any replacements. You saw what Rosengartner did last week. Well, man, that was bad, bro.
I'm going to say this. Last Thursday,
week ago,
Lamar Jackson was the best athlete on the field.
On the field.
He also was the best quarterback on the field.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
he had 400 yards by himself.
We don't mind being conspiracy theorists, but sometimes you do just want to enjoy the game without all that. The game is fixed and blah 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 blah. You just want to enjoy it, and the NFL is so just. You don't want always the refs. But dude, what is going on? I can't even enjoy the game. All these dumbass calls. And it's so obvious that they don't want this team to win. You don't want to think that, but it really seems like that. They're like, look, this man with these braids, that ghetto ass city, they are not going to win.
Wow, he got to be all that. Dang.
That's what everybody thinks of us.
Jeez, Lil.
That's how the best way to take the power from them. Come on, you learn that, man.
Yeah.
You learn that in martial arts and stuff. Take away their power.
Absolutely.
Come on, man. So we ghetto. We got heroin addicts. We got a bunch of abandoned buildings. All our women got big hair, and we wear orange cross-colored jeans. What's all that bullshit they used to say about us?
Yeah.
We wear orange cross-colored jeans.
All not true.
Which was black-owned, by the way.
Yeah.
Gold teeth. We do wear gold teeth.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Man,
the city that breeds. We all teen parents. All that stuff they said about us.
Man.
But we still got the best quarterback in the NFL.
Let's go.
We do.
Let's go, Lamar. I should play the Gatorade commercial right now. Nah, I ain't going to do that.
They don't want us to win, man.
It's okay.
That's why I hope Ravens and the Lions are in the Super Bowl.
We'll overcome all of that. I'm not worried about it. We'll overcome. That's what we do here, man. That's what we do. Hey, if you are out there, you know what time it is. Damon.
Raiders, you don't even have a home. You are a traveling man.
Tell them smash that thumbs up.
You are a hobo team. Are you the LA Raiders, the Oakland Raiders, Vegas Raiders? What are you?
Yo in here going crazy. While Damon goes crazy, man, make sure, fam, you smash that thumbs up for us. Smash that like. Hit that share button, man. Go ahead and share this with anybody out there, man. Because when we come through on the Liquid Lunch Hour, matter of fact, any more Liquid Lunch out there? Oh, all right, man. When we come through on the Liquid Lunch Hour, man, we want to get your minds right. We want to have you guys laughing, almost spitting out your liquid lunch in your cubicle or, you know, whatever you're doing, man. It's always a good time, man, when you come through here, Grand Day Baltimore with Damon and Joseph. Let's do it. There's a lot going on in here. Go ahead, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. We'll mute the mics for us. If y'all could see the behind the scenes, it's always a good time right here on Grand Day Baltimore. Yeah. Oh, look. DAC Ocho came up out his glasses out there. Yeah, I guess you had to get serious for this one, huh, brother? You had to get serious.
Yeah, I took off last segment.
Had to get serious for this one here. All right, fam. You see it right there below me and Damon. Well, we missed it by one day, so we figured we'd come back in. Give it a talk here, man. It's 10-4 Kofi time, Damon. Whew. Twin Towers, man. 9/11 was yesterday, fam. 9/11. We want to know how y'all feel about all of this, everything that happened. All right. Now here it is, Damon. The Twin Towers, you know that they were listed as the tallest buildings in New York City? You didn't know that.
Yeah,
Both at 100. I thought it was the Empire State Building. I don't know why.
No,
I don't know why it was that. Yeah, so I'm sitting here reading. They're both listed at 110 stories each. One World Trade Center is the North Tower, and then there was two World Trade Center, which was the South Tower. They provided nearly 10 million square feet of office space for about 35,000 people, man, and 430 companies. For a brief period upon their completion in 1973, they were the tallest buildings in the world, Damon. And they attracted roughly 70,000 commuters and tourists daily. All right. Now, the towers, they had been targeted for an attack before 9/11. On February 26, 1993, I remember in the basement of the building down where the subway stations are. I remember that, right?
They drove a truck into it.
Yeah. Terrorists with links to an Islamic extremist group detonated explosives in a van parked underneath the World Trade Center. Yep. 6 people were killed in that, man, and thousands were injured. And then on that one fateful day, man, right? 2001, right? Wasn't it?
Yep.
They're claiming that 19 terrorists from Al Qaeda hijacked 4 commercial planes, deliberately crashing them into the upper floors of the World Trade Center. I got some film here. Let me find. Got some socks here. Put this up real quick. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Maybe I didn't load it up.
It's a crazy day, man. It's a crazy day.
I didn't load it up. All right, but thought I did load it in there. They're saying that so after the 2 planes crashed into the towers, a 3rd plane hit the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia. right? The Twin Towers ultimately collapsed because of damage sustained from the impacts and resulting in fires. And then after learning about the other attacks, passengers on a fourth hijacked plane, Flight 93, Damon, fought back, and the plane was crashed into an empty field in western Pennsylvania, about 20 minutes outside of Washington, D.C. Now, the attacks on this day, they said killed 2,977 people, Damon, from 90 different nations. 2,700 people were killed in New York, 184 killed in the Pentagon, and 40 were killed on Flight 93. Man, remembering 9/11, man. Day afterwards. How you feel about that one, Dan?
You remember where you were when it happened? When you found out?
I was waking up. It was my last semester of college. So I was on my way to campus when everything was going down, and it was kind of surreal. So I'm like, man. And I don't know if
movie, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, Damon, but it was the atmosphere was weird. It was just like when you went outside, it was weird. So by the time I got up to Morgan, and I'm walking around campus and everything out there, and I get to class. By the time I get to class, shout out to Professor Norton, man. With he was my electronic media coach who taught me to speak properly and enunciate like we are doing right now here on air. We were watching it in his classroom, Damon, and then the words came in about the plane hitting in the Pentagon. And, at that point, I'm like, yeah, Professor Norton, I got to get out of here because my mom works in D.C. I don't know what's going on, and, this is when cell phones were just kind of getting popping. I had that. Yeah, I had that Sprint AT&T phone that it was that flat long box phone. I was trying to call Mom Dukes, man, and over in DC, and I couldn't get in contact with him. Yeah, couldn't get in contact with him. Where were you?
I was in Alabama at a hotel. My aunt had just passed away, and we were, and it was the day we were coming back from the funeral. So it was the day we had to drive back, and it's the whole. We had the church van. Anyway, I got pulled over that day. That plays a part in the story. So anyway, it was a bunch of us. So it wasn't really a church van. I just called it a church van. My father ran there.
I already know what you were about to call it, but I guess you had to edit your language right now.
It was a bunch of us anyway. But,
a T-van.
Anyway, but so my brother and sister, they were like, man, a plane flew into the World Trade Center, and we're out in the hotel lobby because it was, you get your free breakfast in the morning.
Continental.
Yeah, so no, it wasn't. They had the full shebang. It's Alabama, man. Come on now, they got some pork out there. So the second plane hits because people were just standing around looking, because it's like you said, it was just crazy. Like, what in the world?
Yeah. And
that second one hit. And you see all the smoke, and you just kind of
stuff got serious then,
huh? And then you looking, and then you remember like watching, man. You start seeing the buildings. It was just crazy, like you said. It was like almost like it wasn't real. And then all of us, we went with cars, a lot of people from different places, but we have a lot of people close to us from New York. Your mother, and we got people who work in D.C.
Yeah. So
we, it was. And a good buddy of ours,
my stepfather, he just didn't go to work that day, so he was actually lucky. Saying? He was supposed to be at work in the World Trade Center that day.
And a buddy of ours lives in New York. I remember visiting him one time. And
they lived in that area, right?
No, he worked at World Trade Center 7.
And that building fell. That's the other building that fell.
But I remember, I'm thinking about I don't know nobody working World Trade. I'm thinking I don't know anybody. And something clicked, like, wait a minute. I remember being with him. He's like, yeah, I work right there behind it. And he was pointing to me. And I remember calling. Couldn't get through. Finally, I got his mother at the house. And, our mother's, hey, I was like, and I remember just being like, look, I don't know if I said, like, is he alive?
Look, just I don't care. Don't ask me how I'm doing. How is your son, David? How's your son? How's your son?
I remember being like, is he alive? I don't know what I said.
What is going on?
But it was crazy, man, and then we knew somebody worked at the Pentagon at the time.
Yeah. Yeah,
It was crazy, man. And it was we all in there. It was
caused a lot of
bunch
distress.
Them, it was a bunch of them, and we all, we all went to college like in that same, that same era.
We were all finished. I think I was one of the last of the Mohicans finishing up at that time.
But I'm just saying, like my brother, my sister-in-law, all of us, we all had people in D.C. and New York.
Yeah.
And working in those different, that capacity. And my brother is actually a guy he went to Maryland with, who died in the World Trade. He was a firefighter. So I mean, I ain't to beat up on the white folks, but but sometimes it's like you see these people who it's like they've co-opted 9/11. It's like their thing, like America and God and blah blah. And I drive a pickup truck. It's like black people went through a lot of stuff. People, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People, I'm gonna say people of color because
I hear you.
The guy who passed away, he was of the diaspora. He was a Puerto Rican guy.
I hear you.
And he was a firefighter. But we don't talk about it.
I think we need to clarify that for the people here. When we say black people, we talking about all 17 shades out here. That's how we get down. But go ahead.
He was a brother. But a lot of times, like we still believe this fishy stuff went on 9/11. Like we ain't never gonna get let go of that. We think there was some fishy, funny business.
We know we like to put the tinfoil koofies on. And we talked about it before the show. Like, should I play this stuff? Right now, I don't have time to play it, but it was a lot of funky things going on. But go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like they like to paint us more as we focus on it was an inside job and all this kind of stuff. But it still touched a lot of us.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I said family in the military, you know what I'm saying, were deployed and everything because of that. Mm-hmm. So, it was an interesting time.
Interesting time. All right, well, you know what time it is in the show, man. After about an hour here and Damon and myself, Bloviate, blah, 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 blah. We like to come with those born days and those actual facts, man. Those actual facts, Damon. All right, we got a real cool birthday today, Damon. Yeah, man. How about on September 12th, Damon, in 1913, Olympic gold medalist James Jesse Cleveland Owens was born, bro.
Crazy. Yeah. I talked about him to my son this morning on the way to school.
Yes, sir. Today is they used to call him the silver bullet. It's funny that we got silver, because he went to Ohio State University, man.
Diary in him out.
The silver bullet out here, man. Olympic gold medalist Jesse Owens, man. Happy birthday, man. He achieved international fame by winning 4 gold medals during the 1936 Berlin Olympics. Man. And then you see a camera right. 1976, another great year out there. Grammy Award winning. What the hell? So you're telling me that Busy Bone, born Byron Anthony McCain II in Columbus, Ohio, has a Grammy and Frankie Beverly doesn't?
Sounds about right.
I'm not even trying to hate on Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. But there's no way on this green planet that Bone Thugs and Harmony deserves a Grammy over Frankie Beverly and Maze, man.
All depends how much weight you put in the Grammy.
Man, oh man.
Ashanti has multiple Grammys.
Happy birthday, Busy Bone. Happy birthday, man. How about this one, Damon? Boom. Also on this day, September the 12th, in 1977, noted anti-apartheid activist Stephen Biko dies in police custody after suffering a major head injury. Police claimed his death was the result of an extended hunger strike. Yeah, okay. And then you see right there, camera right, man, in 1992, Damon, Dr. Mae Jameson is launched from the Kennedy Center into history as the first African-American woman to go into space, man. Good stuff there. All right. And we always finish with the hip-hop. We got a good one for the day, Damon. My girl released her second album today, man. How about this? You a fan of MC Lyte?
Everybody loves MC Light.
Yeah, man. Eyes on This drop on this day in history, man. Eyes on This, a second album, had hits like Cha Cha Cha, Shut the F Up, Stop, Look and Listen.
Yeah, Stop, Look, Listen. That's my joint.
I love this album
Look at
because
that Porsche, man.
that's what I was about to say. She had my favorite car on the cover. You know what I'm saying? You don't get no harder than the Porsche Carrera right there, man. That thing, woo, woo. Look how old school the pick is. You can see the license plate. So think about it. Think about nowadays what people would have done seeing that. Like, they would have been looking up all kind of information and pulling up all kind of crazy stuff, man. It would have been insane out here, man. It would have got crazy out here. But yeah, big shout out to MC Light, Damon. MC Light.
I would take MC Light over every single male rapper right now. There's not a male rapper I like that's come out in the last 20 years other than Kanye West that I like better than him.
They're better than MC Light.
It's not. It's not.
It's something about, what did they call that? What do they call that cuff? They call it the mushroom, that haircut? The bob.
Yeah, asymmetric. It's not asymmetric. It's not asymmetric.
No, I used to love seeing black. Yeah, I used to love seeing black women in that hairstyle, man. All right, whew. Well,
she's the greatest female rapper ever.
MC Light?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Her and Latifah. She's one though. She's one.
Absolutely.
She rapped longer than Latifah did.
Yeah, we're not doing Rushmores here, right? So we eliminated that at the beginning. We're doing Hall of Fames here, right? We letting in the greats of the greats.
She's never getting the Grammy.
No.
She's not going to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame either. Though.
No.
And are we going to say she's not a legend and an icon?
A legend and an icon. Yeah. Georgie Porgy, all of that, man. Light as a rock. Good stuff. Good stuff.
She didn't need to record another album after this for me. I'm good.
So you were good with a second album? You would have never got Poor Georgie.
That was a bonus. Because I don't like Roughneck. I actually don't like that.
Yeah. I like Roughneck. Gotta get a Roughneck. Hey. Good stuff. So you got plans for the weekend, man? Anything special going on? No?
Kids and sports.
That's about it. Yeah. That's all football weekend for me over here.
Yeah, man.
Football for the Pikesville Wildcats on Saturday, and then I'm Ravens on Sunday, man. And then we'll be black next week, man. Got anything to tell the people before we get out of here, then?
Hey, man. Two kinds of people wear shades inside. Blind people and assholes.
Oh.
I got that from my boy Marcus.
Well, fam, we out of here. Peace.